So the way I got kind of fell into NFTs was I started doing like art therapy in March 2021. Um, and then it kind of led me to start doing art for myself again because when like I think I mentioned this before in a pre-call, but like I was 15, I was like, I want to be a web designer. Like I got figured it out. I want to do graphic design, like that's it. Um, and so but once I started working, once I got my job was, I also grew up really poor, so it was like you have to get a job out of college. You have to do something. Um, I figured out early on that like if I had already issues with depression, anxiety, getting a job that I hated wasn't going to do well for me.
Right.
So I went into like corporate content, and I think from then since that point, which was like 20 years, I'll age myself. I kind of didn't do art for myself until I started doing art therapy again, and I thought,
Wow.
what if like I applied the skills that I've learned to like do this other stuff for myself? And so I did. And once I started creating, I showed it to a few friends, and they asked me if it was an NFT. And I was like, "What's an NFT?" And then I did research and just decided, YOLO, like I'm just gonna do
Yeah.
it and see what happens. And I was still working full time. And I came in with like an alter ego, I thought at the time too. Like I'm just gonna hide, it's gonna be my second life. So I don't mess up my work Twitter or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And how did you decide on doing art therapy out of all the forms of therapy? How did it become art therapy?
I kind of landed there because I've been dealing with these issues since I was like 15, so for a
Hmm.
very long time. And I was kind of giving up. Like I'm at that point where I have everything I thought I wanted. Like I have my six-figure job, I have a house, I have all these things, but like I still hated myself, to be honest.
Wow.
And I was like,
Yeah.
if I go to therapy, like it's gonna be the same thing. And so my partner, he's like, why don't you try art therapy? Why don't you try trauma informed therapy and see if that helps? So that's kind of how I landed there.